Hey, what's up guys, Yusuf here from PCStudio.in, and in today's video we're going to be building a 1 lakh rupees gaming, editing and live streaming PC build using the latest AMD Ryzen 5 5600X and the newly launched RTX 3060 from Nvidia. And this build for 1 lakh rupees is going to give you aesthetics, that is good looks, as well as really nice performance. And all this can be bought on our website, that is PCStudio.in. So you can not only get this PC, but basically any custom PC of your choice built to your needs, your budget and your configuration. You can also buy PC parts, peripherals, components, whatever you want, all your PC needs and gaming needs. This is your one-stop shop. So don't forget to visit PCStudio.in, and the link is going to be down below in the description, so check it out. And there's also a very exciting limited time offer on this build. So let's say you purchase this 1 lakh rupees PC build off our website, that is PCStudio.in. You'll get a Razer Death Adder Essential mouse and also a gaming mouse pad, an extended gaming mouse pad, for absolutely free. So that's the offer, but in today's video, I'm going to take you guys over the parts we used to build this PC and everything you need to know to get this up and running and to start gaming. And towards the end of the video, I'll take you guys over the performance numbers, the benchmarks, and what kind of gaming performance you can expect from this build. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright, so for our CPU for this build, we've gone with the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. This is a part of their new 5000 series of CPUs. It's a 6-core 12-thread processor with a base clock of 3.7 GHz and a boost of 4.6. It's also unlocked, so you can overclock to get some extra performance. And one more highlight feature on this CPU is going to be the support for PCI Gen 4.0. So let's say you have the modern new graphics cards that have PCI 4.0, or if you have faster storage like M.2 drives that can make use of that and give you faster read and write speeds. So that's that. It's a beast of a CPU for gaming, live streaming, as well as doing just content creation. And because of those extra cores and the extra clock speed, multi-threaded workloads on this build will be amazing. So that's the CPU for our build. Now for our motherboard for this build and to house that Ryzen 5 5600X, we've got the MSI Pro Series B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi. And the Wi-Fi means that there is onboard Wi-Fi on this motherboard, so you don't have to buy any third-party PCIe cards or adapters or anything like that. It is built into the motherboard. Now this being a B550 board, you can overclock on this one. You've got 4 RAM slots, plenty of USB ports, HDMI, as well as an M.2 slot and the PCI 4.0 graphics card slot. This motherboard also supports PCI 4.0. So again, it is ready with all the latest features, and all the fundamentals are there. And for the affordable price it retails for, I think this is a really nice motherboard for this build and will get the job done. And for RAM in this build, we've gone with 16 GB of Corsair's Vengeance LPX DDR4 at 3000 MHz, and this is 2 8GB sticks at 3000 MHz each. Ryzen still loves dual channel performance, and there's 2 empty slots on that motherboard. So let's say in the future you want more RAM, your tasks are getting demanding, you can add up to 32 GB, no problem, and the upgrade is going to be easy. So that's that. And 16 GB should be enough for now, just doing gaming, light video editing, just streaming at 1080p. 16 GB will get the job done. So that's the RAM. Now for storage in this build, you have a lot of options. In this build, we've gone with the 240 GB SSD from WD. So this is their WD Green, and 240 GB should be more than enough to get your operating system and a few games and a bunch of applications which you need to run really quickly. And boot times will be good. Just the whole Windows UI responsiveness will be good. And let's say you want something really fast and you want to take use of that M.2 slot on that motherboard, you can go for something like this. This is an WD Black SN750 M.2 SSD. This is again really high speed, good read and write speeds, up to 3470 megabytes read and write speeds. So this is a really nice drive in my opinion for high-end content creation, as well as if you just want your PC to feel really fast. And you can always chuck in a mechanical hard drive just like we have. So there is a 1 TB WD Blue hard drive in there, which you can have big files on, your documents, your game libraries, your movies and stuff like that. So that's going to be that. It's not really fast, but it'll get the job done. Now to power this whole build up, we've gone with the Corsair CV650 power supply. Now this comes with braided cables, and it's a power supply from Corsair, so you have their brand value, and 650 watts should be more than enough to power this build up right now and leave some headroom for future upgrades. So let's say you want to upgrade the graphics card, add more RAM, add more lighting, or SSDs to this build, or even maybe put in a better CPU. This power supply should get you covered, and you'll have enough headroom for a decent upgrade in the future. And this is pretty affordable as well, pretty value for money, and the Corsair CV650 is the power supply for this build. And for the graphics card and the heart of this build, we've gone with Zotac Twin Edge OC RTX 3060. This is Nvidia's latest graphic card. Their RTX 3060 comes with 12 GB of VRAM, Nvidia DLSS, and it's based on the Ampere architecture. So again, you've got ray tracing, you've also got that 12 gigabytes of VRAM, which should be very useful in doing content creation, in running the newer games that have a lot of detail. So again, this is going to be a really nice card for gamers who are looking to game at high frame rates, high resolutions under a budget. Should be a very solid 1080p card, and you can also delve into some 1440p gaming. We'll check out the benchmarks in a bit, but the RTX 3060 is going to be the card for this build, and you can also buy this 3060 from our shop standalone, no problem. So that's going to be there at PCStudio.in. Also, if you live in Bangalore, you can come down to our offline store. So that's the GPU for this build. And last but not the least, for the case for this build, we've gone with NZXT's H510. You've been looking at it throughout the whole video. It's in white. You can also get it in black. So that's that. Has a lot of space. It's very simple and minimal looking. The build quality is good, and you're getting NZXT's brand value. So that's that. And let's say you want to add more accessories in the future, like an LED strip, a liquid cooler, some RGB fans. All of that is going to be possible, and you can use NZXT cam to control all of those lightings. And let's say you add a NZXT Kraken liquid cooler in the future. That's going to look really good as well. And this also has that tempered glass side panel. And in my opinion, for that affordable price, this is a really solid case for this kind of build. So that's about it for the parts. Now let's talk about performance and benchmarks. So the RTX 3060 with the Ryzen 5 5600X and combined with 16 gigabytes of RAM, it's a very solid combo for gaming, live streaming, as well as editing in 2021. And this PC is definitely going to give you your money's worth. And yes, you can also change some of the parts if you like to on PCStudio.in. You'll have the choice to do that. And let's say you want some upgrades, you want to change out the case, maybe the cooler or the graphics card, you can do that as well. Now, talking about this exact PC and how it's going to perform, here are some of the benchmarks. All right, you've seen the benchmarks for yourself. You know how it performs. In my opinion, it's a big thumbs up. You can buy this PC at PCStudio.in, and the link is given down below. So check it out, and not only check this PC, but basically your other PCs on our website, as well as you can get individual components like a CPU, a RAM stick, a graphics card, peripherals like monitors, keyboard, mice, headset, whatever you want to. All your gaming needs, PCStudio.in is going to be a one-stop shop. So that's that. You're going to get good customer support. And let's say you live in Bangalore, you can come down to our offline store. That is going to be Ankit Infotech in SP Road. I'll leave all the details on the screen right now, the phone number, the WhatsApp, the Instagram, all the contact with the address. So, it's easier for you to reach. And the website is going to be PCStudio.in. That's going to be linked down below as well. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button, as well as let us know in the comments down below what kind of other PC builds, other content you want to see in the future. But with that being said, this is Yusuf Alayat from PCStudio.in, and I'm signing out.